Hello everyone, in this tutorial I will explain how you can create paragraph styles, numbering style and table of content in Microsoft Word for Mac OS. So we talked about these paragraph styles in the lecture as well. So let us create these two styles which we did in week 5 exercise. One was called as T, the second one was called as U. So what I will do is I will open the Word for Mac OS. So here we will create these new styles. So to create the styles you need to go to the Home tab in the Word window. You will go to the Home tab and on the right side you will see there is a Styles button, which is the styles library that you can see here right now, and then after the styles button there is a styles pan button. So you need to click on this button, which is the styles pan, and that will open the styles menu. From here I can create a new style using the new style button. So if I click on this new style button, I will now give the properties according to the instructions which are provided here. So first of all, the name of the style should be capital ST and it is based on heading 1. So I will select these two options. So here it's based on heading 1, and then the font is Cambria, the size is 15, bold and purple. So let me try and apply these settings. So in the formatting I can choose here the font which is Cambria. So I will just type Cambria in Word. It will automatically search. It's not searching here right now. So you can type the full font, and now you can change the size. The size of the font was, let me check again, I think it was 15. Yeah, it's 15. So it's 15 and it is bold, so I will apply the B button, and then from the color options I will choose purple color. After doing that I need to apply the all caps option, which is in the font group. From the format font I can choose all caps button here. I will just enable it and press OK. So it will apply the all caps option. And let's see what are the other properties. We have the alignment, which is centered. We have the spacing before and after, which is 3 points. Line spacing is 1.5, and we have bottom borders as well. So I will go to the form. I will apply the center alignment directly from here, and then I can go to the format button and then go to the paragraph group. And once again here the indentations before and after basically mean left and right, but I don't need to edit them right now. I will apply the spacing, which is before 3 points, and after it should be 3 points as well. And then in the line spacing I will choose 1.5 lines according to the instructions. And then one more thing left is the borders. I have to apply the bottom border. I will press OK first here, and then I will go to format option again and then choose border. And from the border settings, these 4 boxes, they are used to apply top, bottom, left and right borders. I need the bottom one, so I will just click on this bottom border button and then press OK. And after that I can press OK one more time. That will create the ST style. Now let us create the second one, which is SU. SU style, this one is quite simple style. So let's see. It is based on normal. It is Times New Roman font. Size is 12, justified. So let's do that. So it's based on normal, already it is set. So here from the formatting I will choose Times New Roman, and it's not searching automatically. So let me just open the menu and select it from there. So here you can see at number 3. Yeah, at number 3 we already have Times New Roman. I will change the size to 12. And what else we have? Oops, I accidentally closed it. So if you accidentally close, you can open and modify it again. So I will go to format paragraph, and from here I will apply the alignment option. So alignment, I will choose justified alignment, and then indentation before and after is once again left and right. Before is left, which I will choose to be 0.3 inches, which is given here, and then the spacing before and after is 0 and line spacing is single. So after spacing I will change it to 0, line spacing is already single, and then I will press OK and then press OK one more time. Now the next step is to apply the paragraph styles one by one. ST style I will apply to main headings. The heading 1 and heading 2 style I will apply to subheadings. The table is given here, so I will just apply these styles one by one. So the table of content should be using ST style. The main first heading, function of computing devices, should also use ST style. There is also classification of computers heading, which is here at the end of the first page. It should also use ST style. So the ST style is applied to these three headings. Now for the subheadings, we have heading 1 style. I have to apply to data input processing, personal computers, servers and supercomputers. So let me apply this style one by one. You can do multiple selection by holding the control key as well, like I told you in the exercise. So let me apply it to these headings. The personal computers will also use heading 1 style, then the servers and supercomputers, I think supercomputers, right? Let me check. Yeah, servers and supercomputers will use heading 1 style. And then the remaining 3 headings, which are output, storage and mainframes, they will use heading 2 style. So this mainframe heading is already here. I will use heading 2 style. Then I will go up, and for output and storage I will use heading 2 style as well. Then for the remaining paragraphs you need to apply SU style. In the exercise I told you you should apply SU style first before you do all the other styles, and now you will see why. Because if you did not apply SU style in the beginning, you will see now I have to apply the SU style to all the paragraphs one by one, and it will take time. So it's better that before you start applying the styles, first apply the SU style to the whole document, so that you don't have to worry and waste time in this last step. So now I have applied the SU style to the remaining paragraphs. So once you have applied that, what we will do is we will do the numbering or list style. To do the list style, I explained in the class as well that we need to follow 3 main steps. So the 3 main steps that I told you, which we need to follow whenever we are doing the numbering or the list style. The first step was you need to know how many levels you need to edit, or how many depth you have in your numbering. The second step was to connect each level with a paragraph style. This information, that is how many levels and which style is used at each level, it will be provided in the question. The third step was to decide the numbering at each level. And that step basically you have to check according to the output which is given to you. Now the first two steps I told you, they will be provided in the question of the exercise. So if I look at the exercise question, I can see here it says create a list or numbering style, and the information is provided here. We have three levels. Level 1 is connected to paragraph style ST, level 2 to heading 1, and level 3 to heading 2. So our first two steps, they are already given in the question. The third step is to decide the numbering at each level. For that I will look at the output, and in the output you can see the main headings, they are using the Roman integrals I1, I2, I3 like that in capital. So I can write it down that level 1 is basically using the Roman integrals I, I2, I3 and so on. Now let us look at level 2. So the level 2 numbering, we will look at the output one more time, and if you look, you can notice the heading numbers are I-1, I-2, I-3. So basically the numbering of the second level is 1, 2, 3, but not just 1, 2, 3, we have something before that. Before 1, 2, 3 we have a dash which we call the separators, and before the separator we have this I, which is basically the number of the main heading, which is numbering from level 1. If level 1 number is 1 or 2 or 3, whatever it is, you will get it first in the level 2. So level 2 numbering basically starts with numbering from level 1. Whatever the level 1 heading number is, you will use it first, and then you will provide a separator, which is in this case dash, and then the numbering of this level, the level 2, which is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next we have level 3. For level 3 we will follow the same procedure, and by looking at the output you can see it is I-3-A, I-3 B. So basically the numbering is capital A, B, C, but if we go from left to right, you can see it starts with the number from level 1, which is I, then we have a separator dash, and then a number 3, which is basically the number of level 2 heading. So I can say number from level 1 dash number from level 2. So here I can copy paste this one. So here I can say level 3 numbering, basically from left to right it starts with number from level 1, then the number from level 2, then the separator dash, and then the numbering of level 3, which is capital A, B, C. So how to do this numbering now in Word for the Mac OS? We follow the same procedure. In the Home tab we will use the multi-level list button, but first you need to go to the end of your document, the last heading of table of content, and then go to the Home tab, and here you will see we have bullets, we have numbering, and then we have the multi-level list button. From there I can choose define new list style. So if I click on that and then go to format numbering, this is the window where I will provide the information, but here you see it's different from Word for Windows. First you need to click on the customize button. So if I click on customize button, this is the window which is a little bit similar to what you see in Word for Windows. We have the levels on the left. The link level to style is not on the right side, it's on the bottom right corner, and then the numbering is not in the middle, it's on the top center as well. So here I will link level 1, I will select and link to style ST. Level 2 I will select and link to style heading 1, and level 3 I will select and link to style heading 2. Once I have done that, I will now do the numbering. So for the numbering I will go back to level 1, and then in the top center from that box I will first remove the numbering from here. I will click and delete everything from the first box, and then decide the numbering of this first level, which was Roman integrals in capital I1, I2, I3. Then I will go to level 2 and again delete everything from the first box and then do the numbering. So it starts with the number from level 1, left to right. So I will select number from level 1 first from this box here, and then provide the separator, which is dash. I will type dash, and then the numbering of this level I will select to be 1 2 3, and then I can go to level 3 and then do the same thing, delete everything from the first box, then start the numbering from level 1, provide the separator, which is dash, and then include the number from level 2, and then provide the separator, which is dash, and then choose the numbering of this level, which is capital ABC, and after that you can press OK and press OK one more time. That will do the numbering throughout your document. Okay, the next thing I will talk about is the table of content. Table of content, I told you, you only need the first 2 steps. The first thing I will do is I will press enter at the end of this heading, and it will create a new empty line but using the ST style. So I need to change the style of this line to normal. So we have a normal empty line, and here I will insert table of content from the references tab. I can go to table of content button on the left, choose custom table of content, and here you see we have the different format options, the classic, distinctive, fancy, formal. You will choose the one according to the instruction which is given in the exercise. Is it distinctive or formal or whatever it is, you will choose according to the requirement. Let's look at our exercise. It says we have to use, let's see, it says we have to use formal format with dotted leaders. So you will choose the formal format, and the leaders on the right side you can choose. But the important thing is the 2 steps, the number of levels and the style at each level. This information is already provided to you when you created the list or the numbering style, which was level 1 was using ST style, level 2 was using heading 1, and level 3 was using heading 2 style. So what I will do here is make sure the number of levels are 3 here, which is okay, and then go to options, and here I can do the numbering according to my requirement. Heading 1 2 3 I will remove and do the numbering from the beginning. I will do according to my requirement. Number 1 should be ST heading, so it's okay, it's number 1. Number 2 should be heading 1, so I will find heading 1 and put number 2 in the TOC level, and heading 2 should be at number 3. And when I press OK and then press OK one more time, it will create the table of content which was required. So that's the end of this tutorial. I hope you understood.